Time for an episode of Honestly. New episode. All right. So I know typically I don't go live twice in a week, but vlogging allows me to do that. So when things come to my head, I can just pop right on in and pop right on out, right? So today's episode is, are you or do you value yourself enough to change? Oh, sorry, my allergies and stuff are going nuts, but do you value yourself enough to change? Do you find yourself valuable even when thinking about the you that you are purposed to be, the reasons why you're here, the reasons why you do what you do, your why, your big purpose of why you're on this earth. We know that I'm going to bring my whole spiritual life into it, of course, because that's who I am. I know that I was purposed here for a reason. I know that God uses me in different ways, in different genre of people, all of that, no matter who you are, where you are, how you fit in, how you feel like you don't fit in, whatever the case may be, right? Gotta use a donkey, okay? It does not matter. And I find myself being used in different ways in different atmospheres of people. I'm a I'm a people person by nature. I've always been a people person. I don't like to think that I am, but I have been all my life. I've always wanted to be liked. I've always wanted to be the person in the center of the room. Not necessarily to bring attention to myself, but I also like the attention. So I'm always that person that ends up being pulled out from and back somehow, no matter what it is. In singing and whatever the case may be back in the days. I used to try to sing behind people and always would get pulled out in front. Same thing happened with church. Got into church, started singing at a very young age, started speaking at an even younger age. Didn't even think that I was a speaker, or didn't think that I would be standing before people or preaching or doing any of that. Ended up doing it, right? But I didn't find myself as valuable enough to do it. It wasn't until recently that I realized that regardless of what I think or how much I devalue myself, my value always shows forth and comes forth. My value always seems to be somewhere lurking in the behind, pushing me or catapulting me above and more than what I thought, right? I didn't think that I was supposed to be up in front of millions of people. I never even seen myself thinking of being up on stage or even speaking to several people, whether online or in person. Just never thought that. Things change, things happen. God put you in position for a reason. So I ask this again: how do you value yourself? Do you actually look at yourself in the lens of what others look at you? I never ever looked in anybody else's eyesight of who I was or what I was able to do. Um, I know my mom always thought that I was great. I always know that my mom thought that I was a good girl. I got good grades, stayed on honor roll my whole life, never failed, never did anything until I got to college. Went to college, failed out, flunked out, as a matter of fact. Turned around, failed out of some things, got married, failed at that. Um, went to a church, failed at that, jumped out, all that good stuff. Even in parenting, wasn't able to have a kid, right? And having several miscarriages. And although you don't think of that as a failure, in some cases I did. I thought that I was a failure. I thought that it wasn't enough. Nothing that I did was enough. And so finally, at this point in life, at 45, I am able to say that I I am, and I am worth it. And I am going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I manifest exactly that. I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I selected a word, right? And it wasn't just selected, it was birthed in me. I know it was. But manifest has been my word of the year. I'm going to manifest everything that I want, everything that I deserve in this life. In this life, these promises now. I can get them. I can grab hold of them. I can maintain them. So I'm saying that to say this. How do you value yourself? Look at yourself deep dark in the mirror and look at yourself and think about the things that you want. Be selfish. Think about what you want and what realistically you can get. Not saying that all of your goals have to be realistic. I have some way out of this world goals that I will refuse to share. I will not share until they happen. But when they come to fruition, I'm gonna be like, huh, I seen that in 2026, whatever, or 2010 in my case. I seen some things and I knew that some things were right at my fingertips, and although they still haven't come to pass, I know that they're coming. So I said that to say this. How do you value yourself? What do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself through the eyes of God? Do you see yourself through the eyes of your friends? Do you see yourself in the eyes of your parents? Do you see yourself? Do you actually see yourself? I'll wait. Take a moment. Think about it. Become the person that you want to be. It is in your hands to do so. Find value. Become valuable. Be pressed. You got it. It's in your hands.